Welcome to that Swamp Roll TV show, coming to you from Black Gold Casino in Tucson. How about a hand for the Black Gold Casino in Tucson? They're hollering pretty good right here, but those are the machines are hollering even more.
They sure are. I see some lights going off.
You see
Somebody's
some lights
winning.
going off? So that would point to the fact that probably somebody's winning money over there.
Exactly.
And not just a one somebody. Many people win money over here. But what I found is you can't win money at your house that much. You got to come out here to Black Gold Casino and do so. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All the latest machines and some of your favorites as well. Then they got the happy hour here. They got the bar. They got the food. In fact, you know all about the food and all that stuff too.
That's right. You got Black Gold Casino with happy hours.
Happy hours, yeah.
Happy hours. It's
Which
more than
is like
one.
4 to 7 or something?
4 to 7,
Yeah.
happy hours. And cross the door. It's one door. Same
One
roof.
door. I don't have to go outside.
Don't have to go outside.
Okay.
Rascal's Cajun Restaurant.
Okay.
So let's say you're coming on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Any Wednesday, but let's say you're coming to the Swamp and Roll TV show.
Yeah.
It is steak night at Rascal's Restaurant.
Oh, steak night.
Steak night.
Oh, that's when they have it like $28.99.
No,
you have a
no,
steak
no,
special?
no. It's a ribeye and all the trimmings.
Ribeye and the trimmings.
$13.99.
$13.99. They'll do that till about 9 o'clock because I think I'm going to have to hit that after a while.
That's right. And let's say Thursday, you might have had too much fun on a Wednesday night, and you wake up for lunch and you're like, man, fried chicken would be good, but I want a lot of it.
I want a lot of it. Yeah.
So they got a whole buffet of fried chicken.
A whole buffet of fried chicken?
A whole buffet
if you
of fried
want to
chicken.
try every piece, or if you have your favorite cuts, just wear yourself out on those.
Eat it all you want.
And the size. Now, you know, a lot of people, they go seafood crazy during Lent. But over here at Rascal's Cajun Restaurant, right next door to Black Gold Casino, they have the seafood buffet every Friday.
It's
It's like Good Friday every Friday.
That's right. Like, if you think about seafood and it could be on a buffet, they got it.
They got it right there. So you can try your luck at the machines. They have DJs every weekend. Once a month, they have a band right here for free on Saturday nights. So keep listening to wherever you listen to, like Where I Work and stuff. And also our friends at Delta Media, and you can find out more about the bands that are performing.
And that's not it for this complex.
That's not it? Oh, what else we got?
They got ShopRite Tobacco Plus.
Both of them?
Both of them under one roof.
ShopRite Tobacco Plus.
Best fuel prices in that Tucson exit.
That's what I'm seeing right now. That's right. That's right. And then if you want an icy or a soda, or you want some little beer or something stronger?
Little beer, big beers, medium alcohol, hard alcohol. They got it all, and they got the cheapest and coldest ice.
That here, right? It is the cheapest and coldest ice. I think it's not even $1 for a sack of ice over here.
I like to buy ice, and anytime I can buy ice over here, I get it.
My wife says I have a fascination for ice and charcoal. I don't like to waste either one of those, because if you run out of either one of those, it could be bad.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm going to reflect back when I had that store called Music Machine downtown Eunice, probably 20 years ago at least. This young fella, he'd come hang around at my store sometimes, and he was actually kind of maybe somewhat living or camping out on the property of the Ardoins.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, with Boss Second family and all them. And but he had a great spirit, and then I found out he was playing music. And then we did this show a few years later, me and your dad, the Swamp Road TV show, in the studios at for KDC GTV in Opelousas.
That's right. I was there for that.
He was there for that?
I was.
We had a young rascally band called the Pine Leaf Boys.
Uh-huh.
And they talked so much BS that it was hard not to believe them, but you were highly entertained by them. It's going to be, and it turns out the guy right behind us in center stage, that's one of them. And what would be his name, Lil Buck?
Cedric Watson and Bijou Creole.
Take it away, fellas.
get your day's work all done. You're in the shade and I'm in the sun. Why don't you, why don't you, why don't you, why don't you get away? On va jouer la belle valse de Renault. C'est la place où moi je voudrais mourir. C'est dans les bras de ma petite bébé. Et moi aussi que pardon pour ça je l'ai fait. Mais c'est à cause du monde à les a grands guidons. Oh yeah. Quand je vais mourir, toi j'aimerais t'y viens. Fermer mes yeux, toi bébé, pour moi je m'en vais. Moi je m'en vais dans la terre pour toujours. Tu connais, ça me fait du mal jusqu'à jongler. Fais la guitare parler. Mr. Chris Stafford on the guitar, y'all. T'es petite et si mignon. T'es trop canaille, cher bébé, mais je t'aime quand même. Et moi je vois plus comment, mais moi je vais faire. Y a plus personne dans tout ce pays qui veut m'aimer, bébé. Oh, yeah. On va jouer quelque chose de traditionnel à cette Kalinda.
Welcome back to the Swamp Road TV show. We're filmed live here at Black Gold Casino in Tucson. If you're watching us online at kdcg.com, go ahead and open up that other internet browser and go to LafayetteTravel.com because they help make this show possible. So you're planning that trip to Lafayette, go to LafayetteTravel.com, find out everything what's going on in the Lafayette area and what to do when you get here, like places to stay, places to go watch live music, places to eat, all those things, LafayetteTravel.com, because like tonight, they helping make this show possible with Cedric Watson. I think you might even be like on their commercial or something. Yeah.
LafayetteTravel.com? Definitely on a billboard.
I've been known to do a few little commercials and jingles here and there.
You're kind of everywhere. Cedric, let's do a TV handshake, man. Pleasure seeing you here. Pleasure being in the same building as you playing music for us right here. Like I said earlier in the opening, I remember you hanging around my store back in the day. I think you were kind of hanging out in Los Prix Noir with
I was in high school when I was hanging out at your store.
You was in high school?
That's when I met Bird, yeah.
And look where we are
And
today.
now look, we're playing together. That's what I'm talking about.
Finally, you get Bird in your band. And you've been all over the world. Just throw out a few countries that you brought this music creole to places for them to experience this.
Well, tout partout dans le monde. We've been over in Europe, in France, where the language comes from, you know. Nova Scotia, where Cajun people originally have descendants from. Quebec, where a lot of people in Louisiana descend. And we've been all over the place. The Caribbean, been to the Hispanic places and Latin places like in Ecuador, down in almost Brazil to Brazil.
But yeah, kind of like a shout out to Herman Fuselier on that one right there.
Oh yeah, Ecuador, you know, all over. Iowa. We've been all over the place, man.
Iraq and wherever else. Yeah.
Everywhere. You know, there's a few places I haven't been, of course, and as many corners and actually, I mean, there's a lot of places I've never been.
It's a big world, a lot of places to go. But the music that you're doing is influenced by all those places that you visited. I can see that. I can see that, man.
And they all like it. Whenever you bring this stuff back to them and they hear it, they like it a lot. And also, there's a lot of people wherever you go. Like if you go to the East Coast in the United States, there's a lot of people that can dance good Zydeco music and Cajun, and they know how to get down because they've been around it and exposed to it because of people like us, you know?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely, man. You're on a cultural mission. A cultural mission.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do 2, maybe even 3 more on the Swamp Roll TV show. Delta Media is what you're looking at. KDCG TV coming to you from Black Gold Casino in Tucson. Cedric Watson and Bijou Creole.
vie. Et ça me fait parler, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait chanter, c'est la vie. Si toi tu plantes des mauvaises graines, mon nec, tu recevras des mauvaises herbes, mon nec. Et si tu craches des dans l'air, mon nec, ça va tomber sur les bouts de ton nez. Et ça me fait parler, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait jongler, ça me fait respecter, c'est la vie. Oui, ça me fait chanter. C'est la belle suite de la vie. Et ça me fait jongler, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait parler, c'est la vie. Ça me fait respecter, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait chanter. Ils ont oublié le mouton sacré, sacrificiel pour la porte à nous autres. Mais il y a quelque chose qui moi j'aimerais savoir. Qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire, oui, quand le monde est en feu? Oui, ça me fait parler, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait jongler, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait chanter, c'est la vie. Et ça me fait parler.
Welcome back to the Swamp Road TV show. We film live here at Black Gold Casino in Dusson. If you're watching us online at kdcg.com, I say this all the time. We got a big sponsor, LafayetteTravel.com. Go ahead and open up that other internet browser. Go to LafayetteTravel.com. They help make this show possible. You're planning on traveling to Lafayette? LafayetteTravel.com can give you all the information you need when you're traveling to the area. Because like tonight, they're helping this show with Cedric watching and Bijou Creole possible.
You know, I see him on the billboard on I-10 entering Lafayette from the west side. Either it's him or somebody that looks just like him. All right, usually we talk to the band members at this point. Usually it's the drummer is the last one. We're going to talk to him first this time. All right, drummer, give us your name, where you hail, and some other bands you played with or currently play with.
Adam Cormier, I live in Sunset, Louisiana, and I play also with Jordan Thibodeau.
Jordan Thibodeau, well, you like a lot of fire in your life, right? With Jordan Thibodeau and with Cedric Watson. Let me shake your hand. Good job, man. Good job. You sounded great with it as well right there. And I got a guy holding down the bottom end right here. I knew when he used to have a whole lot of hair, but he went with low maintenance right now, and I'm thinking about it myself. Tell the world your name is and where you hail.
I'm Philippe Biadeau. I'm from Lafayette.
All right, how about a hand for Philippe Biadeau from Lafayette? You got to holler for him on that. So, Philippe, give me a little history. Some bands you've played with or currently play with, or both.
Well, I'm with Fufale as well, and Steve Riley and the Mamu Playboys. I just joined Steve Riley's band, which I'm happy to be a part of, and of course, here with Cedric Watson and Bijou Creole.
I don't even ask you how's the science whenever each of those bands have a gig or where you go. I don't even want to get into that right there, all right? All right?
It's a lot of emails.
Well, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I think you're related to some people that live in the country between Eunice and Chaitanya as well. I think last name is Savoy, I believe.
Those some cousins of mine. Yeah. That's where
Good
we all
job.
hail from. Yeah.
There you go, man. Good job right there. And then this guy, he's all over the place. He's with me oftentimes, and he's doing his own thing too. Bird. Oh, I just said your name. Tell us your name and what else, and who's some bands you played with in the past, Bird.
Oh, my name is Paul Edwards. I'm from Eunice, Louisiana. I play with a whole bunch of bands. Now I'm with Cedric and the boys.
No, he's pretty humble, but yeah, Horace Stronghold back in the day when he was Zydeco, Roy Carrier. How many more am I missing?
Probably a bunch of them.
Bunch of them right there. How about a hand for Bird? He's my son and my brother at the same time right there. Pleasure to have him on stage with us right here. Lil Buck, that guy's he's pretty slick over there.
He's pretty slick. He's playing the Fender Telecaster tonight, but I think he plays a lot of instruments from what I've seen going to places. So your name and where you're from?
Chris Stafford from Lafayette.
Chris Stafford. So like Fofole, Chris Stafford?
That's it. Yeah.
Charter member.
Baby's on Fire, Chris Stafford?
That's me. That's me.
But play with quite a few bands.
I do, yeah.
Rolling Stone tribute bands and stuff like that?
I've done some cover band gigs, you know. Yeah, I play with Cedric, with Fufale. Play steel guitar with Kyle Huvall and the Dixie Club Ramblers. A bunch of country bands in Lafayette, the Bucks, Dyer County. I do all kind of stuff.
I'd like to get the Bucks over here one day.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about a studio. Don't you have a studio too that records a lot of this great music?
I do. I have a studio in the Freetown neighborhood of Lafayette near downtown called Staffland Studio. My nickname is Staff, so it's my zone, my land, Staffland. I record a lot of, you know, Cajun records, Zydeco, all kind of stuff, singer-songwriter people.
That is the best neighborhood in Lafayette, by the way. I work in the real estate market on my real job, and Freetown is a popping little area.
It's got it going on, yeah, for sure. Home of the Blue Moon, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the area, for sure.
Well, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. All right, so we're gonna get the main guy up on stage. We'll talk to him in a little bit as well. But it's time for 3 songs in a row on the Swamper Road TV show, coming to you from Black Gold Casino in Duso, KDCG TV, Delta Media.
All right, on va vous emmener ouais, beaucoup loin dans le bois. La musique Zydeco, ça vient des bois. So me and Berg will take y'all back in the woods one time.
Boy, put enough I say shit.
Malheureuse, toi dis-moi mon cœur fait mal. Je mérite pas ça, ça t'a préféré. Jour et nuit, moi tout seul et moi je m'assieds dessus mon lit, mon jongle à toi. Dans la misère, tu connais, t'as pas bien fait quand t'as quitté de la maison, le jour au soir. Et les enfants après mon désaillou, toi t'es. Et tu connais, je peux parler de la vérité. Malheureuse, toi dis-moi mon cœur fait mal. Je mérite pas ça, ça t'a préparé. Oui, la pluie après tomber, toi t'es loin de ceux qui t'aiment. Je mérite pas ça, ça t'a préparé. Tu connais malheureuse, t'as pas bien fait. Et c'est trop tard pour moi et toi. Les enfants après mon désaillou, toi t'es cher. Et tu connais, je peux pas lire de la vérité. c'est quelque chose de vieux ton. Oh. O'Reilly and Spencer, they done burn dry. Lord, we ain't got no more whiskey in this town. I said, we ain't got no more whiskey in this town. I can eat more chicken than a pretty girl can fry. Lord knows I tell y'all no doggone lie. Lord knows I tell y'all no I tell you no doggone lie. Is everybody feeling good, y'all? Let us hear you say yeah. You've been entertained by Cedric Watson and Bijou Creole. Woo, ah, ah, ah. This is a little something we call the Blue Runner by Bebe Carrière. Well, hang on with us. Feels like 4 a.m. after coming back home from a Zydeco.
That right there is my definition of beautifully sad. Bijou Rose. There are many versions of it. I'm gonna go, I don't know if it's Austin Pete, probably not, was original, but that's a great version right there. This band is Cedric Watson and Bijou Creole. We have people that watch this show from all over on the World Wide Web. So if you have a folk type festival, wherever you live, in the United States or away, don't rule these guys out. They throw all kind of influences in the music that you hear. The music cajana, music arico, tusa. And you hear some Brazilian stuff in there. You hear all kind of things with Cedric Watson and Bijou Creole. This sounds terrific, Little Buck.
It was fantastic. It was amazing. I wish this show was 3 hours long.
And then I tell you what, if Cedric's with you and you're hungry, you catch some fish, you do all kind of stuff. We can live off the land. He's got land skills right there. Sounds great, Hello Buck.
Oh, it's
What do you think,
fantastic.
Dr. Feelgood? He'd be cool with this?
He'd be very happy with it.
That'll pretty much do it. Again, shout out to our sponsor one more time. Just throw him a shout out.
LafayetteTravel.com, Black Gold Casino, Rascal's Cajun Restaurant, ShopRite Tobacco Plus, and KDCG for making this possible.
Absolutely. Cedric Watson, Bijou Creole, they don't mind going far, but they like staying close. So keep that in mind. You see the number at the bottom of the screen, you'll see it again as well. So, in the words of Lil Buck's dear departed dad, Dr. Feelgood, until next time.
Behave your damn self.
And there's a seasoning too. Go!
Zydeco sound is all around. You stop what you're doing and you come on along. You dance to the music while I sing you my song. The bayou's hot.